I don't know how or how you do it. You blow my mind without a word. Ooh, stuck upside down. I might be dreaming. There's no way back now. Take every inch of my body. Wanna dance with you all night long. Dive in, babe, you know we can't stop this. Come on, show me what you got. 'Cause I don't care if they think we're mad to be falling in love with you. I'll do it again and again and again and again. Why would I fight the things I'm feeling? Rather space out here next to you. Ooh, like astronauts, we're in the night sky and we won't come down. Make every inch of my body. Wanna dance with you all night long. Dive in, babe, you know we can't stop this. Come on and show me what you got. 'Cause I don't care if they think we're mad to be falling in love with you. I'll do it again and again and again and again. I don't care. Cause every moment with you makes me even lighter. I don't care. Oh yeah. Cause every moment with you. I don't care if they think we're mad to be falling in love with you. I'll do it again and again and again and again.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Tuesday podcast. Hope you're doing well. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe, please. Hey, Mina. Hey, Janet. Hey, Connie. Hey, Sonia. Hey, Church Nelly. Yes, thumbs up, please. Hope you all like the new music. All right, let's get to it. So these are two stories that came out a couple of days ago. I just haven't covered them yet, so I just wanted to do an update if you hadn't seen them yourselves, because they're rather interesting concerning Harry's court case. But a couple of other things before we get to that. I don't think I actually mentioned this. Harry met, I believe this was when he came back for the Invictus 10th year anniversary. He had actually had this meeting with the founder of Scottish Little Soldiers, and they had a wonderful conversation. Nikki Scott, her name is, had a wonderful conversation about bereavement and, you know, how she had to tell her little one about the passing of a family member in the armed forces. And I posted it on because I'm a little bit more careful about what I post on this channel now. I did post that video on the Duchess of Success official Instagram. So if you want to go watch that in full, you can. It's a very beautiful interview. So I don't think I'd mentioned this, so I just wanted to put it out there. And yes, Scottish Little Soldiers is supported along with Invictus Games, because It's not just about the games itself and the athletes competing, it's also about supporting the families. And that is why Harry is getting an ESPY, despite the fact that some people don't want to do their research. That is why he's getting the Pat Tillman Award. And Serena Williams, by the way, is hosting. Should be an absolutely fabulous show. And thank you to the squaddy that actually mentioned it in yesterday's podcast because I hadn't actually seen this. But yes, it is true that Pat Tillman's mother um, went to the Daily Fail because a lot of people were saying, oh, was she maybe misquoted? Did they twist her words? No. She called Harry controversial and divisive in that Daily Mail article. And seems to be this weird trend of parents going to the Daily Fail to talk about their children when it comes to Harry and Meghan. It's said that she is not very close with the family, which might explain why she's not involved in the foundation. But Marie Tillman, the wife, is, and she was part of the decision to give Harry this award, and she's very much happy about it. And ESPN came out with a statement, said ESPN, with the support of the Tillman Foundation, is honouring Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, specifically for the work of the Invictus Games Foundation as it celebrates its 10th year promoting healing through the power of sports for military service members and veterans around the world. While we understand not everyone will agree with all honorees selected for any award, the Invictus Games Foundation does incredible work. And ESPN, I don't really agree with them saying physical representative here. There's a private organization who can decide who they want to give that award to. So I don't think they need to say. I don't think they had to say, well, we understand that not everybody agrees. Anyway, it goes on to say, while Mary said she was not consulted, oh, sorry, that's part of the article. But yeah, they said the Invictus Games Foundation does incredible work, and ESPN believes this is a cause worth celebrating. Indeed, I mean, and really, it's about the cause. But Harry, as the founder of Invictus, deserves his flowers as well. And people have been making comments like, "Oh, why can't it go to everyday Americans who have made a difference?" Well, um, Pat Tillman, I believe he actually turned down a football contract to serve in the military. Right. This foundation and this award is in honor of his sacrifice and who his family and what that memory represents feels should be awarded. And if Harry was using his princely privileges to just show up to garden parties and hang out with the likes of Epstein, you'd be complaining as well. People are complaining more about this than they are about Prince Andrew. I'll be interested to see, because it's always just hilarious how the palace react to this. In terms of what they're gonna have William do next, there's always something to compete with the brother. This weird one-sided war that they've got going on. Doesn't really have to be a competition. Just focus on yourself and being a better version of yourself. But it's always a competition with them. I have my bets that they will have William present at the Sports Person of the Year awards or something like that. That's what I think that they would do. Like that was actually the first thought that I have. So I'm gonna place my bet. I'm gonna put on my bingo card. I feel like we need to go through all of this. Oh, this is from 2023, and we haven't looked through it. I'm gonna put on my bingo card for 2024 that William will probably present like the Sports Person of the Year award or something equivalent. I think there's a award which is like the Oscars for football in particular. They might have him present at that one. Let's have a quick look at this actually. 2023. Let's see what happened. Camilla attacked by the press. Mm, uh, Well, they're going down. Readership, redundancies. William exposed for cash silence from who? RM. Who's that? Rupert Murdoch. I think, yeah, I believe that did happen. Rose and William photo, that didn't happen. More evidence against Andrew. I mean, I don't know what else really could be put out there. A new secret weapon. I think they've pulled out all the secret weapons that they could. More eggs. Not since the coronation, I don't believe. A divorce rumors, William and Kate. Happens always. Like every month. Like that seems to trend on Twitter. Commonwealth country to leave the Union. I mean, Barbados and Jamaica's talking about it. Kate finds her stride. No, she actually just disappeared for 6 months. Wooten's sad little rant about Sussex success. Yes, he continues to do that, but he doesn't really have much of a platform. He just uses social, like Twitter, Instagram, but he doesn't really have the following that he did. Earliest project doesn't gain traction. Yes, so quite a few from the bingo card. Alan, thank you so much for the super sticker. Much appreciated. Hope you're doing well. Let's have a look. Mina, I don't know about Mary Tillman, but we'll see if she makes a statement about this. She might actually be there at the award show. Introducing him. Who knows? Oh, people are saying no sound. Oh, only 2 people. So can everyone else hear me? If you can't hear me, maybe try refreshing. Okay, on to the next thing. Now that we checked off all of the bingo cards from 2023. Let's see. Oh yes, there were rumors floating that RO would release a line of rosé, and for me personally, until I see it, I won't believe it. For a long time, I actually did not even believe that there was a Harry and Meghan documentary because their people hadn't confirmed it. And just generally with these things, unless their people confirm it, I don't believe it. We've seen a little bit of preview from the Jam, but we don't know what else really is going to be in the line. And just for me, I'm just waiting until things come out. And I reckon when we're in the thick of the summer, that's when I reckon stuff will start coming out. And that's actually a good time for them to launch because it's like an early lead up to the festive period. So yeah, I heard this rumor running around, and until I see it, I won't believe it. Would it surprise me if there was like a rosé or a wine? No, but I have to see it, and I will most definitely buy it if it's true. Also, Miss Anne posted. Also, this is from Nadine White, but it was reposted by Miss Anne, who's Harry and Meghan's photographer and friend of Harry and Meghan's. 89-year-old woman from the Windrush generation is facing homelessness because the Home Office says it can't verify her identity. This is happening in the wake of Windrush Day. So there are still several people of the Windrush generation who are in limbo about their status. And let's not forget, when William and Kate were going on their holiday to Jamaica, where they got to do scuba diving and eat jerk chicken when most of us had been in lockdown in the UK for some time. They got a nice taxpayer-funded holiday to Jamaica. The deportation flights were actually cancelled just so that they could have their little holiday in peace. I'm joking when I say holiday. It was actually a royal tour, but what is a royal tour other than a holiday? They're not working. So, when they want to move pieces, they will. They were able to move pieces to cancel deportation flights. But they can't move pieces to make sure that people who deserve their right to stay can't get that. And if they decide that these people don't have the right to stay, well, then they have to give them These are people that some of them who came and these are people who came and their parents or grandparents helped to rebuild Britain after the war. if they're going to decide, well, you can't stay, they need to give them some kind of compensation for the contributions um, of those before them. Right. Also, Karma knows everybody's address, and it has gone to Whoopi Goldberg's house. So Whoopi Goldberg was apparently releasing a memoir, and it has actually flopped, which is um I, I mean, I don't know that Whoopi Goldberg has ever had like a huge like stan following, but she has been in the industry for decades. Um, she is a well-known figure. She is on The View, so I would not have expected this to flop. But I think that she has not done herself. So with all that, sorry, with all that in mind, it shouldn't have been something that flopped. But I think what has contributed to it is a lot of Whoopi's own actions and words. She's become quite divisive in more recent times. And then there was this comment about Meghan. Now, if you remember, when Meghan did Archetypes, they had an episode where they talked about um, women being objectified in media, and Meghan's mixed um, feelings and experiences about being on Deal or No Deal. On the one hand, it gave her a leg up, but on the other hand, there was an element to which she felt that she and the other women were objectified. And when you think about it, who really holds the purse strings to um oh, some people are saying they really can't hear. Can everybody just confirm that they actually can hear? Anyway, I was saying, when you think about who controls the purse strings, it's mostly men in this industry, and it's them that either creates or don't create the opportunities. So if you're creating limited opportunities, and those only opportunities are where women feel objectified, then you can't really blame women for just taking the opportunities that are there. And these are some of the things that Megan and also Paris, who I believe was on that episode, spoke about. And Whoopi apparently took issue with this. Now, we know that Hollywood and media is not kind to darker skinned, fuller figured Black women who have a full African Caribbean phenotype. Black women who generally look like Beyonce or Rihanna, or are lighter skinned, um, are generally put on a pedestal, and that phenotype is seen as more palatable and acceptable for mainstream viewers. And so, a woman in Whoopi's position, she has never been objectified in the way that Meghan has, which is probably why she doesn't understand where Meghan is coming from. But what Hollywood and media does to women like Whoopi is the opposite of objectification. They make women who look like Whoopi invisible, and you don't get the diverse representation um, that that you should do. So on one side, you've got objectification of women like Meghan, and on the other side, you've got the women who look like Whoopi, Black women who look like Whoopi, are made invisible from media. And both of those things, I think, are very damaging. And that is actually a conversation that I think if Whoopi had reached out to Meghan, a very important conversation that we could have had. That was such a missed opportunity. And instead, Whoopi chose to lash out at Meghan. She also said that she voiced doubts over Harry and Meghan's car chase. And just a reminder, that phrase, car chase, that was, I believe it was actually the New York mayor who misquoted and misspoke about the situation. And, you know, for Whoopi to speak out like that without knowing all of the facts, I think that just wasn't a good thing to do, especially given the vitriol that Harry and Meghan receive on the regular. And I don't know why she instantly went to oh, that can't be right. That doesn't happen in New York. And now, since then, actually, we've now learnt that there could be arrests. So, um, could have been more supportive, and you weren't. And here we are with a flopped book, and it seems to be a case for a lot of Harry and Meghan haters. Thank you so much, Ernie Call, for the super sticker. Much appreciated. Oh, Rosa, you're saying I stopped watching The View because of her when she was talking bad about Princess Meghan. There was also that rather uncomfortable incident years ago. I believe she was dating a white man who dressed up in blackface, and she not only did she defend him, I believe even at the time, I've seen pictures of this where she's looking up and smiling at him, and I think, if I remember correct, I think this was at a comedy roasting or some kind of event, and I think even Halle Berry and some other people who were in the audience felt very, very uncomfortable about it. But she decided to defend him. So I think, like I said, I really do sympathize with I think the position that Whoopi in as a black woman, a dark skinned black woman in Hollywood, what she would have faced, but that doesn't give you an excuse to then lash out at others. In fact, that's the very reason why you find camaraderie with other women, especially other women of color, so you can uplift each other. Oh, and you said you can hear fine, but earlier you were in and out. Okay, if sound does go, definitely tell me, folks. Please do tell me so I can sort it out if it's a problem on my end or I just need to maybe stop for a second. Please do tell me. And how you said Whoopi does understand. She was just being obtuse and a fuel to the very well coordinated hate campaign, indeed, especially being that she was on The View. Let's see. All right. Oh, Ted Danson. That was the guy. Yeah, Ted Danson from the show Cheers. They were in a movie called Made in America in the 1980s. Oh, truly embarrassing. Anyway, let's finish off with this. So I'm going to read two articles from Celeb Bitchy. One about NGN. They are now accusing Harry of deliberately destroying records. And the other one, they are now, for some reason, demanding to see messages from Harry's ghostwriter. Absolutely none of this makes sense. So, and I think this also exposes some of the corruption in the court system. So, Prince Harry's British lawyer David Sherborne was in court again this week for yet another hearing in Harry's case against NGN, aka Rupert Murdoch's British media arm. Harry is part of a class action lawsuit against NGN for phone hacking and other criminal activities. This has already dragged on for years. This week's here, and please trust that they will continue. They will continue to drag it on for as long as possible. And it seems like they're using every tactic in the book. It's like with the Daily Fails case against Meghan, publishing her father's letter. Some of the ridiculous things that they brought in to try and drag that lawsuit on. Anyway, this has already dragged on for years. This week's hearing was about NGN's demands that Harry provide emails, texts, and WhatsApp messages from over a decade ago to the court. By the way, these are people who have deleted 30 million emails. 30 million emails. Obviously, a lot of that stuff is just gone. Old email accounts, old phones, old servers. Would you be able to provide text messages from 11 years ago in court? Very few of us could. But my larger question is, why would the plaintiff have to provide reams of communications with Palestinian staff to the court when he is suing a newspaper for hacking him? Well, that hasn't stopped the British media from running stories about Harry deliberately destroying these records. Newspapers are seeking the release of emails as well as text messages and WhatsApp messages sent and received by the Duke, and material held on 2 encrypted hard drives. The publisher is also demanding to see records of communication between the Duke and Sir Clive Alderton, the King's private secretary, as well as Sir Michael Stevens, the keeper of the Privy Purse and the treasurer to the king, it wants access to the many texts sent between the Duke and the author who ghostwrote his memoir Spare. And let's just be very clear, right? The reason they are doing this is because they want stories for their tabloids. That's why they want the release of these messages. This is not going to help this case at all. They did the same thing again with Meghan's Daily Fail case to do with the letter to her father. They tried to get her friends involved. They tried to get Omid involved because of things that were written in Finding Freedom. The friends who wrote a letter of support to People magazine, they tried to get their names exposed. It had nothing to do with the court case at all, but they just wanted stories, and that's why they're doing this. And also they want to drag it on. David Sherborne for the Duke said the pair communicated via Signal and their chat history was wiped before the book was published in January last year. He said 3 Hotmail addresses used by Prince Harry prior to 2014, spikewells at hotmail.com, spikewells, and Bizarre Cells were no longer accessible. However, the Duke's legal team has searched other email accounts to which he has access, including h@sjpk and other emails, which span a period from January 2014 until April this year, for 3 keywords, and is now searching them for 55 search terms bought by NGN. So they're actually having to go through the records. Mr. Sherborne described NGN's disclosure application as a fishing expedition. The royal family solicitors, Harbottle and Lewis, have insisted they hold no documents that are in the claimant's control. They basically so they're trying to search through what would potentially be 36,000 emails. There ought to be proper evidence about this, he told the court. Those messages are clearly within his control, even if they have been deleted. That's why we say the search for text and WhatsApps is important. It is, I'm afraid, we say, another example of the obfuscation in relation to the claimant's case. We say it's shocking and extraordinary that the claimant has deliberately destroyed. It goes on and on. Mr. Justice Fancourt interrupted the barrister to say, well, we don't know what has happened. It's not at all clear. I mean, the question is, why are they trying to go through messages that has absolutely nothing to do with this court case? It has nothing to do with this court. This is a phone hacking court case about phone hacking. The tabloid's phone hacking. This isn't about whatever messages Harry was sending to his ghostwriter. Oh gosh, there's trolls in the chat. I honestly can't wait for the day for all to be exposed, because some of your trolls are living in Delulu land. Truly living in Delulu land. Okay, so on that, the story about Prince Harry being ordered to explain why he deleted messages between him and his ghostwriter. Kaiser says, the more I cover Prince Harry's legal actions against the British media, the more mind-bending I find the British media operations and the British legal system. It's not a comparison to the American legal system, which is also flawed and crazy in its own unique way. But the legal arguments being made by various British press outlets to defend themselves against Harry's lawsuits is absolutely crazy. And this could all backfire, because I think there's also laws against like wasting court time and bringing false claims and things like that. Vera, thank you so much for being a member for 10 months. Yes, too much short of a year. I've only just now logged in, so I have to catch up afterwards when it's replaying. Thank you so much, Vera. Appreciate you so much. Yeah, Lola, there's nothing suspicious about him deleting messages to his writer. And it doesn't surprise me that, they use things like Signal where messages get deleted straight away, because there must be so many people trying to hack into their emails and all sorts. Thank you so much, Olivia Johnson, for being a member for 20 months. Much appreciated. Thank you for the haters for listening, by the way. We appreciate you being here, helping the algorithm. Clearly, you have nothing else to do as a hater to be on a Harry and Meghan fan site. So NGN wants Harry to provide them with extensive documentation of his communications to his ghostwriter. And what's worse is that NGM just won this motion and the judge has told Harry to provide the court with those messages. Ah. The Duke of Sussex has been ordered to explain why messages with his ghostwriter were destroyed. After the publication of his memoir Spare, and they could be relevant to his legal battle with the publishers of The Sun, Prince Harry was also told to attempt to retrieve the messages from the messaging service Signal, and his lawyers were ordered to search through other texts, WhatsApp messages, and emails from 2005 to January 2023. Remind me again when all this phone hacking was going on. It was going on well before that. When his okay. Mm, So at the one-day hearing, NGM argued that the signal messages between 2020 and 2023 during the pandemic were important because Spare contained extensive references to the Duke's knowledge and suspicion of unlawful information gathering. But I mean, wouldn't the court documents that have already been given state that anyway? What does it matter that it was written in Spare? So that information, surely it can't be new information that he's just put that in Spare. Wouldn't that information already be in the court documents? Any claim for damages must be logged within 6 years, with Harry having launched his legal action in 2009. If he believed he had a potential claim against NGM before 2013, then the case could be dismissed on the grounds it was filed too late. But the judge, this is something that's already gone back to the judge, where Harry's legal team have basically said, well, you know, you can't say it was too late if the individual didn't know what was happening. Okay. In his oral ruling, the judge described troubling evidence that a large number of potentially relevant documents, confidential messages between the claimant and his ghostwriter of Spare, as well as the drafts of Spare, were destroyed sometime between 2021 and 2023, well after his claim was underway. It was not clear what exactly happened and needs to be made clear by witness statement. I'm telling you. Listen, long story short, they're just trying to get more stories for their tabloids. And as Kaiser goes on to say, this is what she ends with saying, the judge's ruling is bonkers, all things considered. NGN's argument is Harry deleted evidence of his knowledge of our criminal hacking pre-2013, and he must provide the court with all of his messages to his ghostwriter, proving that he knew we were hacking him for years. The Guardian also covers David Sherborne's rebuttal to NGN's lawyers and now the judge. Sherborne basically said that Harry's knowledge of hacking in 2021 doesn't mean that he had the same knowledge in 2013. Sherborne also accused NGN of trying to create negative headlines about Harry erasing evidence, of course, as if Harry was the guilty party in the situation. The whole thing is so utterly absurd. As Sherborne points out, that this is all projection on NGN's part, given their years of a long cover-up and their own deletion of emails. That pretty much sums it up exactly. The judge's ruling is bonkers. And this is NGN's projection, given their years of a long cover-up. Dear oh dear. Dear oh dear oh dear. Ernie Cool, did I say thank you for you for the super sticker? I can't remember if I did. If I didn't, thank you. Kim Peaches, you said, and how could they know about any emails to his ghostwriter and what does it have to do with them searching through straws for anything about Prince Harry? Exactly. Twists and Trails, you said they want the pages that weren't printed, the 400 extra pages to track this out. I mean, they may want the extra 400 pages because it will be great tabloid fodder for them. They could write stories for weeks and months. But you know who doesn't want those emails printed? The royal family. I mean, there's a reason why Harry didn't print those 400 pages. There is a reason why. Fred Tomato, you said you feel these judges are against Harry. I feel so too. Yeah, April, May. It seems like it, right? They're just trying to find out what's in those unprinted pages. Automatically said, I think someone should look into the judge's background. Well, all the judges are His Majesty's judges. Alrighty, I think I'm gonna leave things there. Thank you as always, everyone, for coming along. Appreciate you so much. And I will see you tomorrow. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe on your way out. And if you feel that you want to, link in bio and in the comment section for donations if you want to donate. Appreciate you all. Enjoy the rest of your day. Ciao.
I don't know how or how you do it. You blow my mind without a word. Ooh, stuck upside down. I might be dreaming. There's no way back now. Take every inch of my body. Wanna dance with you all night long. Dive in, babe, you know we can't stop this. Come on, show me what you got. 'Cause I don't care if they think we're mad to be falling in love with you. I'll do it again and again and again and again. Why would I fight the things I'm feeling? Rather space out here next to you. Ooh, like astronauts, we're in the night sky and we won't come down. Make every inch of my body. Wanna dance with you all night long. Dive in, babe, you know we can't stop this. Come on and show me what you got. 'Cause I don't care if they think we're mad to be falling in love with you. I'll do it again and again and again and again. I don't care. Cause every moment with you makes me even lighter. I don't care. Oh yeah. Cause every moment with you. I don't care if they think we're mad to be falling in love with you. I'll do it again and again and again and again.